Welcome into another OUA season preview, this time with the reigning Yates Cup champion and reigning Yates Cup MVP in Keon Edwards of the Western Mustangs. Keon, thanks for joining me late in camp. I know the legs must be getting worn down a little bit at this point. How you feeling?
Honestly, I'm feeling good. I'm just happy to be back there. Just happy just to see how everything goes starting Saturday.
And obviously starting off with the York Lions, after the way the national semifinal game went for you guys, obviously the roller coaster of emotions going up and down and back again. What kind of taste has that left in the Mustangs' mouth?
I think for us, to me, obviously it was bad at first, but I think for this team, I think we're in the right spot. I don't think we're now looking back at that thinking um, we did something good. We obviously know that we didn't really do well in that match and like such, but I think for us it was good just to feel what that was kind of like. And just try to build off of that. I think where we're at right now is we're ready to play, and I'm loving this team as of right now.
And of course, leading the offense alongside yourself in the backfield is Evan Hillock. Kind of talk about him and entering his third year now with the team, how he has grown.
Evan, honestly, since the moment he stepped in, he's always been number one to us. He obviously came in at a time where like he kind of just had to take that role. And since then, he's honestly just taken charge of it. Um, I think what I'm seeing from him as of right now is he is special. I just can't wait to see what he actually does this year, and then gets to show everyone.
And the weapons that you guys have at your disposal. I mean, you, Keanu in the backfield this year, but outside of that, at receiver, always seem to be loaded with different kinds of bodies and different kinds of skill sets that really keep a team on their toes. How will you guys utilize that this year?
Something I've always said about this team is like we always have guys that are kind of ready to take that next step. I think we have a lot of young guys who have now taken over that role, who I think are going to show something to everyone that it doesn't matter who plays in that spot. Um, it's kind of just like the next man up.
Nice. And as you guys get to practice against a pretty complex defense, how have you guys been able to see progression year over year, despite losing some guys to either age out or draft success that you guys have had through the program?
The program, what we do here is just kind of ingrains you to always get ready for that next step. Um, Something about here is one thing I would say for me was when I got cut. I obviously didn't really think about not coming back here. That was kind of like the first choice for me, and that's just because of how the team is built. And that starts from I'll say our coaching staff. Uh, they're always there for us, and they just make the change for us. Like it's just kind of like doing the right thing.
So just talk about what Greg Marshall and that coaching staff does for you guys to kind of keep the team growing and developing as the game progresses.
Keep the team growing. I'll say that starts from our scout team. It's something that obviously when you come here, you don't really get that chance to really start. It's about building your way up through the program. And you would even see Marshall even coaching our scout team because he just wants to build their players from once they're young and then build their way through the program.
Nice. And let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, your secondary has lots of length, lots of speed. Talk about how they kind of keep you guys and other teams at bay during the season.
So secondary wise, I'd say it's going to be the best part about our team probably. As of right now, we have Richard, guys like Rob, Jackson Finley, and then we have some new guys in some new spots, and you guys will obviously get to see that. But our secondary is, I would say, is the most toughest secondary that I would have to imagine as
Yeah.
of right now.
It's definitely tough when Jackson's running around. You don't know if he's dropping or blitzing or if he's going to pull up underneath.
Jackson is special. Oh, I just can't wait to see that guy play for sure.
And I guess for you guys, back to back Yates Cup champions, how do you take it to three straight since the COVID break?
I think for us is just staying true to self. Um, One thing that we always do here is we never really think about the big games and such, but I think it's just taking it one step at a time. Obviously, our team is going to look different this year, but not bad, different in that kind of sense. But I think, yeah, it's just taking it one step at a time and go by every single week.
Now, before you guys got into your regular season planning for York in week 1, you guys were able to do some joint practices with the Waterloo Warriors. Talk about that experience and kind of getting to do that crossover without playing a full scrimmage.
The Waterloo scrimmage for us in aspects of our team was to get our young guys in and let them actually get reps, so we can actually see how they actually play. So I would say for the young guys that must have felt great for them because especially not really because once you're obviously practicing with your own teams, you don't really get to actually hit and so then there's types of players that can actually play football and there's some guys that like they may not be there. So I think it was good just to showcase for our team, like who should take that next step.
And next steps for you personally looks like what? Because you are at the top already. I mean, you're the best running back in the OUA, you're the best player in the OUA, you're the best running back in the country statistically. What is the next step for Keon Edwards?
For me personally, I just want to be a great teammate. My choice to come back here, I would say, wasn't personally for me. It was kind of, if I'm gonna be truly honest, that last year kind of motivated me to come back because I still feel like there's unfinished business there. And I just couldn't wait to get back with the guys. And then for me personally, to build up on how can I be a better player, on the field and off the field, whether that is helping these guys out on the team or just like being like a great friend. As you know, college football for me has been the best thing ever. And I'm just here to enjoy it to the fullest and just try to help my team win.
I know the last couple of years, the Yates Cup has been quite the journey for you in terms of rushing yardage and touchdowns. As you kind of go through that individual success, what is kind of like the forefront of your mind in terms of like O-line, family, coaching staff? What is kind of your, I guess, group that you kind of lean on and say like, wow, they've really helped me out through this journey?
Well, for sure, coaches first. But if there's an actual position group, um, I'll say the O line I've always been tight with. The linebackers, of course, they're always like the best competition. So like we always go back and forth over there. And then secondary, but honestly for me, like I lean on everyone. Because like to play here, I just think like everyone needs to do their own role, and that's how we truly are able to win games.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Keon, for giving me some of your time tonight. I know you guys are busy with prep for York. We're excited to see you guys get on the road. I think I'm going to see you guys week 2 at Ottawa, potentially, or week 3.
That's week three.
Week 3. So yeah, I'll see you guys up there for that one. Look forward to watching your journey this year and seeing how you guys progress and potentially go for 3 straight Yates Cups, post-COVID at least.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.